Hey, what's up, everybody? So, I'm driving right now. Sorry if this video is a little shaky. I don't have anybody with me to record, and I don't have anything to set you guys on, so I'm just holding you in my hands. I wanted to talk right now about just the warrior spirit and how we've really kind of lost that. You see, back in the days of the Romans and the Spartans and all these fucking warriors, men were men, but the women were also fucking warriors. I was reading a post about how, you know, the Spartan women, how badass they were, and it just, you know, it just made me realize some things that in today's society, we don't really have many warriors outside of, you know, the military. You know, we have the police and the firefighters, but we don't have any real fighting warriors for anything at all anymore. It's all a bunch of bitching and crying and moaning. That's how we all get our way nowadays, is we bitch and we moan and we cry about it. Nobody wants to stand up and be a fucking man anymore. You know, nobody wants their opinion heard because they are so afraid that their opinion is going to get them in trouble, or it's going to get them looked down upon, or people are going to shake their head, or people are going to do this or do that. Everybody's worried about everybody else's opinion, so they don't say their own. And you see, we've become so soft as a society. They say that a coward dies 1,000,000 deaths, but a warrior only dies one death. You know why that is? Because every challenge that comes to a warrior, he faces it. He grabs life by the balls and he squeezes. You see, a warrior will grab the bull by the horns and not give a fuck. You see, a warrior will go out there and fight any battle that they come across without hesitation. A coward is what most of society is nowadays. You see, most of society cowers away from a challenge. When somebody doesn't like your opinion, you cower and you bitch and you moan. That is what we do in society nowadays. So, why have things changed? Why do you think things have changed? My opinion? Because everybody has fucking opinions now. You see, back in the day, there was no opinions. If you had an opinion, you got killed. If you had an opinion, you kept that shit to yourself. You see, back in the day, there were certain people that had certain roles that did, you know, and then there were the warriors. Be a fucking warrior. Stand up and fight every fight that you come across. Stop cowering. Stop bitching. Stop complaining. Go out and do something about it. That's all you can do in this life, is to do something about it. Whatever it is. If you don't like it, change it. Face it. Don't cower away. Don't be a fucking coward. We think it's okay to shame people for being warriors. We think it's okay to sit on our asses and teach our kids that sitting on your fucking ass, that sitting on your ass gets you places. It doesn't. No matter what you do, you must put work in every single day. You must give it 110%. Whether you go and you are a blue-collar worker, whether you go and you do, you know, you shovel shit, whether you do YouTube videos, whether you're a fitness guru, whatever the fuck you want to call it, whether you train people or whether you are being trained, you give it 110 fucking %. It doesn't matter what you do in your life. Only who you're becoming along the way. It doesn't matter what you choose with your time, with your 86,400 goddamn seconds. It doesn't matter what you choose to do. Make sure that what you choose to do is noble. Who are you becoming in this time? Are you sitting on your ass and becoming a fucking slob? Or are you going out there and putting the fucking work in that it takes to be a warrior? You see, not everyone has what it takes to be a warrior. That's why there's chefs. Not everybody has what it takes to be a warrior. That's why there are markets and there are people for those jobs. But the majority of us need to be the fucking warriors we're set out to be. You know, from a young age, a Spartan child is taught, a Spartan boy is taught to be a man. We don't teach our young to be men and women anymore. We teach them that it's okay for women to have dicks. We teach them it's okay. We teach them it's okay to be as lazy as you are. We teach our children our ways. We need to bring back real physical education in schools. We need to bring back prayer in schools. The Pledge of Allegiance. We need to bring these things back into our schools. I myself am not religious, but I believe every child has the right to pick and choose their religion, not their parents. I believe that the parents need to set the examples for these kids. Because without an example, these kids will grow up. And when these kids grow up, they will not be men and women. They will still be boys and girls who are not taught. You see, most criminals have bad backgrounds with their parents. Do not breed. Do not breed criminals. Do not breed lazy freeloaders. Breed warriors and kings and queens of the future. Do not breed stupidity. You need to educate your children so that they may have wisdom when they get out in the world, so they may have knowledge of things right and wrong. You see, when these children are challenged is when they will grow. There is no real growth anymore. These children grow up lazy, uneducated, wanting everything for free. It's a fucking struggle every day of your life. Every day is a new fucking day. Make it count. Make everything you do count. Don't be lazy. Get up off your ass. Show the kids that it's not right to sit there and play video games all day. Show the kids that we still need warriors. Because without warriors, there is no kingdom to protect. Without warriors, the kings cannot rise and fall. Without warriors, there will be none of us at all. So I'm going to get out of here, you guys. I'm driving to the store. I'm going to stop the video. And on my way back, might have some more shit to say. Stay tuned. Alright, what's up, everybody? So I'm back, leaving the store. Back on my way home now. So yeah, basically, as I was talking about before, you gotta raise your kids to be warriors and kings and queens. Stop raising kids that are scared to go live their lives. And how do you differentiate the kings and queens from from those that aren't. Let me just tell you, a king or a queen is someone who will put down for their castle, their kingdom, no matter what. See, that is where the warrior comes in at, because a king must be a warrior. A king must be willing to do whatever it takes, whenever it takes, to make sure their kingdom will thrive. And this is coming straight for the men out there. It doesn't matter if you lost your fucking job yesterday, 2 years ago, 2 weeks, or 2 days ago. What are you doing right now at this very moment to help your kingdom? You see, us as men are supposed to be the kings that provide the kingdom with the wealth. We're supposed to be the warriors that provide protection to the kingdom. The queens are supposed to protect their kings' investments. But we don't teach this shit in schools. We don't teach the boys how to be men, how to become kings and warriors. No, we teach them how to sit behind desks and push pencils and type words. We teach them to do 10 pull-ups, run a mile, and that's it. We teach them how to do 20 sit-ups. And then we teach them how to play dodgeball with that foam ball. You see, we are weakening our kings and queens of tomorrow. You see, we are weakening the warriors that are in our blood system, our ancestors that fought to get us here. We are weakening that gene pool because we are not breeding kings and queens and warriors. We are breeding normal cowards. This is why I do not believe in participation trophies. I don't care if you're 5, 15, or 25. Because here's what that does. When you give a child a participation trophy or a participation medal or ribbon, whatever it is, you are setting them up for a future of nothing but failure. You see, when a child learns that it's okay to lose and you still get recognition, when they grow to the age of adolescence and puberty and adulthood, they're not going to know what it is to lose. And trust me when I say this, at 24 years old, I have loved and I have lost a lot. I have lost many, many challenges, many battles, but I'm still fighting at the war. You see, these kids, they're going to grow up thinking that all things are equal, thinking all things are good. The world's not sunshine and fucking rainbows. Not all the time. Sometimes there's death. Sometimes you lose. Sometimes you don't get what you want. This is what we need to teach them to become kings, to take down kingdom after kingdom that was laid before them in haste. We need to raise their children up to become queens and provide for their kings. But we need to make sure the kings can provide for the queens and the princes and princesses of tomorrow. We need to make sure that we are hunter-gatherers. We need to make sure we are self-reliant, self-sufficient. We need to make sure that we are warriors. We need to make sure that we are lovers, tender, caressing our mates. We need to make sure that we teach these kids all the aspects they need to survive. They don't teach you how to change a tire in school. They don't teach you how to balance a checkbook, manage your money. They don't teach you how to raise a kid. Hell, they barely teach girls how to cook anymore. I see a lot of kings out there cooking for the spoiled ass queens, day in and day out. And there's nothing wrong with a man who cooks every once in a while. But it is the queen's duty to provide for her family a meal to fullen their bellies. Just as it is the responsibility of the king to bring home the meal for the queen to prepare. Just like it is both sides that needs to be the lovers. You see, men, we need to raise our kings to know how to be warriors. We need to raise our young kings how to fight in this society that will do nothing but break them down. There is no participation trophy when you don't get a job. They don't say, well, you're not qualified, but you can clean the toilets. That's not how it works. If you get denied a job opportunity, you keep striving for greatness. That is what kings do. No matter the obstacle, they either bust through it, go around it, tunnel under it, or climb over it. What are we teaching our kids for tomorrow? What are we teaching the young kings and queens and warriors? Are we teaching them all that it's okay to lose and you still get rewarded? Or are we going to teach them that life knocks you down, get back on the horse, get back on the bike, and keep pedaling? You see, that's where true unhappiness, that is where true unhappiness is bred, through everybody winning even when they lose. You see, these kids are going to get into their teens and their 20s and they're going to think they're invincible. These kids are going to be 20 years old trying to get a damn job and they're going to get denied that job. And then what's going to happen? All of a sudden, they're going to bitch and moan and say they're entitled to something. What's going to happen when the kings of tomorrow take over for the kings of today? And they were not taught how to change a tire. Or they were not taught how to fix something when it is broke. What's going to happen to the world when there are no more warriors? There are no more kings and queens. The kingdom will fall. Make sure yours doesn't fall.